Step into a world of loyalty, rivalry, and resilience. Hi, I'm Ankit Maheshwari, and in today's podcast, we'll uncover the timeless story of The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, a tale that redefined young adult fiction and still speaks to the heart of what it means to belong. The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. The Outsiders is a novel about two rival groups, the Greasers and the Sox, who are divided by their socioeconomic status. The story follows Ponyboy Curtis, a 14-year-old greaser who struggles with the violence and conflict between the groups. After a dangerous incident where Ponyboy and his friend Johnny are attacked by Sox, they are forced to go into hiding. As events unfold, including tragic consequences, Ponyboy learns about friendship, loyalty, and the futility of their conflict. The novel explores themes of belonging, identity, and the hope for understanding across social divides. Class conflict. The tension between the Greasers and the Sox illustrates the deep divide between different social classes. This conflict highlights how socioeconomic status can influence one's opportunities and relationships. Identity and self-discovery. Ponyboy's journey is not just about surviving gang rivalry, but also about discovering his own identity. Through his experiences, he learns to question stereotypes and form his own beliefs. Family and brotherhood. The Greasers are more than just a gang, they're a family. The bond among them demonstrates the importance of solidarity and support in facing life's challenges. Perception versus reality. The novel shows that people are not always what they seem. Ponyboy realizes that members of the Sox, whom he initially saw as privileged antagonists, also face their struggles and insecurities. Coming of Age, The Outsiders, is a classic coming-of-age story where the main characters are forced to grow up quickly due to the harsh realities they face. These experiences teach them about responsibility, empathy, and resilience. Friendship. The strong friendships in the novel are vital to the characters' survival and personal growth. They highlight the power of loyalty and trust in overcoming adversity. Loss and grief. The characters face significant loss, which deeply impacts their lives and choices. Through their grief, they learn to cope and find meaning in their experiences. Courage and sacrifice. Acts of bravery are central to the story, as characters like Johnny demonstrate selflessness in critical situations. These acts show that courage often requires personal sacrifice for the sake of others. Violence and its consequences. The novel portrays how violence perpetuates a cycle of retaliation and hurt. It questions whether revenge ever leads to true resolution or healing. Empathy and understanding. Ponyboy learns to empathize with others, even those he initially saw as enemies. This shift in perspective fosters greater understanding and bridges the gap between the two groups. Dreams and aspirations. Despite their tough lives, the characters hold on to dreams of a better future. These aspirations motivate them to strive for change and hope for a different life. Role of literature and art. Literature, like the poem Nothing Gold Can Stay, plays a significant role in the novel, offering solace and connection. It emphasizes the power of art to express emotions and foster self-reflection. The struggle for acceptance. Ponyboy and his friends grapple with wanting to be accepted by society and by themselves. They navigate the pressure to conform while trying to remain true to their identities. Resilience in adversity. The Greasers consistently show resilience in the face of hardship. Their ability to endure challenges underscores human strength and the capacity to overcome difficult circumstances. The search for belonging. Many characters are looking for a place where they feel they fit in. The novel shows that belonging can be found in unexpected places and relationships. Moral ambiguity. The story reveals that right and wrong are not always clear-cut. Characters often find themselves in morally complex situations that challenge their beliefs and actions. Role of adults. The adult figures in the novel are often absent or ineffective, forcing the teenagers to navigate their world largely on their own. This aspect highlights the need for supportive mentorship and guidance. Importance of education. Education is a recurring theme, serving as a potential escape from the cycle of poverty and violence. The characters' attitudes toward learning reflect their hopes and struggles for a better life. Impact of environment. The setting, from rundown neighborhoods to tension-filled streets, contributes significantly to the characters' experiences and choices. It illustrates how the environment shapes identity and life paths. Hope and redemption. Despite the dark events, the novel ends on a note of hope and the possibility of change. It suggests that redemption is possible through understanding, empathy, and the courage to choose a different path. Summary Chapter 1. Ponyboy Curtis introduces himself and describes the world of the Greasers and the Socks. He returns home from a movie and is jumped by a group of Socks, but his brothers and friends come to his rescue. Ponyboy reflects on the societal divide and the importance of his gang as a substitute family. The chapter sets the stage for the ongoing rivalry and establishes Ponyboy's perspective. Message. The opening chapter emphasizes themes of belonging, family, and the social divide that defines the characters' lives. Chapter 2. Ponyboy, Johnny, and Dally go to a drive-in movie where they meet two sock girls, Cherry and Marcia. Despite initial tensions, Ponyboy connects with Cherry, realizing they share common feelings despite their social differences. This conversation challenges Ponyboy's initial perceptions of the Socks. The chapter demonstrates the complexity of individual identities beyond social labels. Message. The interactions in this chapter highlight the theme of empathy and the potential to transcend social barriers. Chapter 3. Ponyboy and Johnny walk the girls home, and Ponyboy shares his thoughts and dreams with Cherry. They part ways when the Sock Girls' boyfriends confront the Greasers, leading to a tense encounter. Ponyboy has a heartfelt talk with Johnny, revealing his desire for a different life. Returning home late leads to a confrontation with his older brother Derry, causing Ponyboy to run away with Johnny. Message. This chapter explores themes of dreams, familial conflict, and the challenge of balancing personal identity with social expectations. Ponyboy and Johnny are attacked by a group of Socks. In self-defense, Johnny kills Bob, one of the Socks, forcing them to flee and hide with Dally's help. They take refuge in an abandoned church, wrestling with guilt and fear. This event escalates the violence between the groups and marks a turning point in their lives. Message. The chapter underscores the severe consequences of violence and the drastic actions people might take in desperate situations. Chapter 5. While in hiding, Ponyboy and Johnny pass the time by reading Gone with the Wind and discussing life. Ponyboy reflects on the beauty of the world as symbolized by the sunrise and shares a poem by Robert Frost. Dally visits them to bring supplies and updates about the growing tensions. They realize they can't hide forever and must eventually face their reality. Message. Themes of reflection, the fleeting nature of innocence, and the inevitability of facing one's challenges are prominent. Chapter 6. The boys decide to return home but discover the church is on fire. Ponyboy and Johnny heroically save a group of children trapped inside, but Johnny is severely injured. This act of bravery earns them admiration from the community. However, the incident also brings their troubles back into the spotlight. Message. Courage and heroism are key themes, showing that true bravery involves risking oneself for the safety of others. Chapter 7. Ponyboy and his brothers navigate the media frenzy and social worker investigations following the fire. Randy, a Sock, reaches out to Ponyboy, sharing his decision to avoid further violence. Ponyboy begins to see Socks in a different light, understanding that they too have burdens to bear. This chapter illustrates the possibility of change and understanding between rivals. Message. The importance of seeing beyond stereotypes and the potential for reconciliation are highlighted. Chapter 8. Ponyboy and 2-Bit visit Johnny and Dally in the hospital. Johnny's condition is grave, and he expresses regret about his actions and fear for his future. Cherry acts as a mediator, showing her support for the Greasers by refusing to visit Johnny. The chapter underscores the emotional turmoil and vulnerability faced by the characters. Message. The chapter reflects on regret, the complexity of loyalties, and the human capacity. The Greasers prepare for a rumble against the Socks, filled with mixed emotions and a sense of impending change. The fight is the climax of the ongoing conflict, and the Greasers win. However, victory feels hollow as they learn about Johnny's death after the rumble. The joy of triumph is overshadowed by loss. Message. The futile nature of violence and the true cost of rivalry are made clear. Chapter 10. Ponyboy is overwhelmed by grief and exhaustion after Johnny's death and Dally's subsequent death by the police. He struggles to process the losses, indicating his psychological turmoil. The hardships begin taking a toll on his mental health. The chapter portrays the damaging impact of continuous trauma. Message: the need for support and healing in the face of tragedy is emphasized. Chapter 11. Ponyboy spends time recuperating at home, reflecting on recent events and his actions during them. He reads more into Bob's life, learning about his struggles and the pressures he faced. This insight provides him with a broader understanding of the Sox. Ponyboy's perspective continues to evolve, influencing his views on social divisions. Message: the chapter emphasizes understanding and reflection as means to personal growth and healing. Chapter 12. The novel concludes with a court hearing regarding Bob's death where Ponyboy is acquitted. Ponyboy finds resilience and strength, beginning to reconcile with his brothers and their shared future. He decides to tell his story, hoping to bridge understanding between groups. The narrative comes full circle as Ponyboy writes about his experiences with a school assignment. Message: the power of storytelling and self-realization underscores the possibility of overcoming prejudice and uniting divided communities. Message from author: through The Outsiders, S.E. Hinton conveys a powerful message about empathy, understanding, and the arbitrary nature of social divides. Hinton encourages readers to look beyond stereotypes and see people as individuals with their struggles and complexities, irrespective of their social class. The novel highlights the importance of friendship, family, and loyalty as sources of strength in overcoming adversity. Additionally, it questions the futility of violence, showing that while conflict might bring temporary victories, it often results in significant personal loss and suffering. Ultimately, the author advocates for hope and the possibility of change, suggesting that through empathy and communication, people can bridge divides and foster a more inclusive and compassionate society.